Hi, my name is Luca and welcome to my first YouTube video. So I spent the last 20 years of my life either obese or overweight, and I have spent the last 11 months successfully losing around 25 kilos. I'm about halfway down the journey to my goal weight. I was feeling a bit nostalgic and I wanted to make this video where essentially I'm going to break down all of the ways I attempted to lose weight over the last 2 decades and why they didn't work. I just remember a lot of Googling and searching on YouTube, how can I lose weight? And trying all the popular methods that had worked for people that didn't work for me, and then I ended up feeling dejected, upset, and falling into the trap of I'll never be able to lose weight, something's wrong with me, weight loss just isn't in my cards. The worst way I lost weight was definitely, without a doubt, the use of weight loss drugs. I came across weight loss drugs when I was working part-time in the pharmacy during my university degree, and I saw a lot of people on weight loss pills. So I went through a private doctor and I bought the Orlistat 120mg capsules. And I'm just gonna say that if you have a squeamish stomach I'm just gonna be talking about this and it's not fun, so I would skip if you can't handle it. Orlistat is taken 3 times a day with meals, and it works by preventing your body from absorbing the fat from the meals. And it sounded like the magical cure that I had been waiting for. I will say that I did not use it properly because Orlistat is licensed for use with a healthy lifestyle. So you're meant to make lifestyle changes, including exercise and eating a low-fat diet. I experienced some not so nice side effects. If you do not absorb the fat from a meal, it is going to come out the back door. It was awful. I had cramps every time I had to go to the toilet, which was multiple times. I had my cousin's hen do brunch one day and I wanted to enjoy myself, so I stopped taking Orlistat 2 days before, thinking that the drug would get out of my system and I could enjoy the meal. The drug was not out of my system. I ended up sick for like 3 days straight, and yeah. Weight loss drugs are a minefield, and I think if you are considering them, you should do your research properly. The second method that showed some promise for me but didn't end up working was intermittent fasting. I'm sure the majority of us know what it is, but essentially it is having a period of time where you do not eat or consume anything with calories, and having a period of time where you can eat. But the whole idea of your fasting window is to not consume any calories, to not increase your blood glucose so that your body won't release insulin. I don't know enough about the science to comment on the whole, if you don't release insulin, then your body becomes some fat burning machine. But I did believe it, which is why I started it, so I don't know if that's true. I started off doing the 16 to 8 fast. So I would fast for 16 hours and I would eat for 8 hours, and that window was usually 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And initially it worked quite well. The scale was coming down nicely, but I could never stick to it long enough to see physical results. And I ended up becoming afraid of food in my fasting window. I was too afraid to eat before 1 because I believed the whole, my body is in a fat burning state, and if I ate something now, then I would ruin that. Which meant that I would force myself to starve until 1, and then when 1 p.m. came, I felt that I was entitled to eat whatever I wanted, and probably ate myself out of a calorie deficit. So that's why intermittent fasting didn't work for me. The third method, which I think everyone has tried at some point in their life when they want to lose weight, is extreme restriction. Restricting a food group out completely, saying that you won't eat any chocolates or crisps, saying that you won't eat any carbs, you won't eat any fats. At one point I said I wouldn't eat any protein because I believe chicken was making me fat, don't ask. When it comes to the macronutrients, fats, carbs, proteins, they're called macronutrients because they're the major nutrients and you probably need some quantity of them daily to survive or function like a normal human being. When I cut out fats, my hormones were whack. I lost my period for a little while. When I cut out protein, I was always hungry, and I probably lost a lot of muscle mass during that time that I mistook for weight loss. When you cut out carbs, you're just miserable. Like, I will never cut out carbs again. The problem with restricting food groups or restricting sort of snacks like crisps and chocolates for me was I ended up labeling them as bad because they were bad foods. It made me want them, or if I bought them, I felt the need to eat through them so that they didn't exist in my house to tempt me, which is a dumb mentality, I know, but that's where I was at. The next 3 methods are the methods that I used to lose weight together, but I want to talk about why they didn't work for me initially. The first one is exercise. Using exercise alone to lose weight is not going to get you very far. When I was younger, I got given a treadmill and I ran 3Ks every day, and I would destroy myself on that treadmill. I would sweat so much. I believed that because I sweated so much, I was having a really good workout. And I decided to weigh myself after a month, thinking that I would lose a lot of weight, which would motivate me to continue. I lost 300 grams. It is a lot easier to have a calorie deficit of 500 calories than it is to burn 500 calories in a workout. And my problem with exercise is that I believed to be a healthy person, you had to go to the gym every day and work out for hours. I would do high intensity cardio, I would get really hungry afterwards, and I would feel like I earned the right to eat. And then after a few weeks, I would not see any progress, and then I would get upset and I would give up. To me, exercise helps me identify as a healthy person. It's more important to find an exercise that you enjoy, or at the very least don't mind doing. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. Go for a long walk 3 times a week. Start off small. There is no reason for you to wake up and be the John Cena of the gym. The second method that really it knocked me down a peg when this one failed was having a personal trainer or a PT. I think it was the people around me at the time when I was younger who kept telling me that a PT was going to solve all my issues. My PT did touch on nutrition a little bit. She made me do a food diet for a few weeks, but I feel like I lied and didn't write down half of the crap that I ate at the time, which is not her fault, it was completely my fault. I felt like this time if I failed, I would let myself down, which I've done so many times already, but I was letting an external person down, and that put more pressure on me. I don't mind being told what to do, I just didn't like not being able to take a break when I wanted to. Whereas now I have an online personal trainer who sends me workouts, who has much more of a hand in my nutrition. The final method that everyone bangs on about, and to be fair is what I used to lose weight successfully this time around, is a calorie deficit. The main reason why it never worked for me up until now is that I never stuck to it long enough to see the results. It takes time to physically see the results, a lot longer than people think. You know that quote where it's like 4 weeks for you to notice, 8 weeks for other people to notice, or whatever? That didn't work for me. It took me 12 weeks for me to notice the difference, and then half a year for my parents to notice the difference. I actually took them 7 months before I came home one day and they were like, wow, you've lost weight. And I'm like, I've lost 20 kilos, thank you for finally noticing my hard work and effort. When I was around 16 or 17, I tried a calorie deficit and I lost 8 kilos over the period of a year, which is not that much, but it was the largest progress I'd made in a long time. I used my MyFitnessPal to tell me what my deficit should be. And I don't know if MyFitnessPal has gotten a lot better because this was several years ago. It started off not that bad. I think it started me off at about 1600 calories, which is okay. There was a lot of plateaus, there was a lot of tears and frustration. The problem with MyFitnessPal is I would put my weight into this app and then it would keep dropping my calories, which makes sense. The more weight you lose, the more you need to drop your calories to continue that deficit because you're going to burn less calories at a lower weight. After a year, I was at 80 kilos. I had put my weight in as I lost weight, and MyFitnessPal was now telling me to eat 1200 calories. And I just hit this long plateau where I felt so frustrated. And I remember this moment where I thought, if I'm eating 1200 calories and I'm only at 80 kilos, how many calories do I have to eat to get to 60? And I gave up. Obviously now I know that that was stupid, and what I should have done was reverse dieted, increased my calories slowly back up to maintenance, taken a break and repeated the process again. But I don't think that information existed at the time, or if it did, I didn't know where to look for it. And I remember that giving up, it was just worse than any other method because I'd actually been successful. It solidified that identity that weight loss is not for me. I'm never gonna make it. And then I ended my A levels, which are one of the most stressful years as a teenager, and I ate back everything. I gained 15 kilos and then later I gained another 10. If you did watch this video all the way to the end, thank you. I wanted to make this video for the people who feel like there's something wrong with them, that they've failed so many times. And I just wanted to maybe shed some light on why your previous attempts haven't worked. I just feel nostalgic a little bit for the younger version of me who tried and failed so much and believed that she would never be able to lose weight. But also thankful for her, because if she hadn't tried and failed through all of those methods, I don't think I would have gained the experience or knowledge I needed to finally lose weight now. I'll see you next time.